Hello guys, it's your fellow investor here with another video. In this video I'll be going through multiple companies and telling you important information, very detailed information which you might miss out or never heard before. Everything is very important to hear if you want to take it as a part of your due diligence or you want to be up to date with your company or a penny stock or stock that you are in. With that being said, I will go through TSNP, HCMC, Sync, AXXA stock, and last but not least Hyliion. With each of them I have some news, some information that not many people talked about or just people don't know about them yet. So definitely stay tuned through the whole video. Before we start, I'd love to ask you to click on that beautiful red subscribe button if you are interested in new videos about companies that are in your portfolio or about new picks which should be or could be in your portfolio. If you could also smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, I would highly appreciate it. It takes me a lot of time, like all of my free time to do YouTube videos, so I really appreciate any support from you guys. With that being said, let's go dive into it. So first, let's start with our favorite stock, TSNP, a favorite company, probably going to be a millionaire stock for many of us. But what is that I have to tell you here? Well, obviously, if we look here, there are some top stories from Investor Place. If we click on it, we see there is some kind of article, and if there is article from Investor Place, the sure thing that there is going to be some misinformation, so I'm just gonna quickly go through it and tell you what is right and what is wrong. This is what I've been waiting for. This part in this article, let me highlight, it's just it. But then management did something quite brilliant. After merging with Humble in December, the company launched a press release last Tuesday, renaming itself Humble Financial and claiming to create a way for investors to invest in ETF-style blockchain technology. Shares shot up from 40 cents to $1.4 by the end of the week. Some might rightly wonder if it's pump and dump. First thing they did is they don't really know about the company, like said it multiple times on my channel regarding with Hyliion. So if you are an old subscriber or OG part of this channel, you already know how I feel about articles from Investor Place, and I don't read them. I stopped reading them. It's most of the time it's nonsense, and here it just proves my point. The company did not rename itself to Humble Financials. If we head into their website humblepay.com, we can see it's humble, it's still humble. However, they are people from Investor Place just don't go into the website, they don't do any due diligence. It's kinda sad, but this is the world we live in. If you go to their financial section and click on buy and sell, we move to financial.humblepay.com and we can see that this section of Humble is called Humble Financial. You see the point? You see the difference? The company is Humble and there is a section called Humble Finance. You see, it's like same like Apple Music, Apple Pay. There is Apple in it. I think they're just a bunch of monkeys just writing articles in Investor Place. But that's it. This is what I had to say. So don't be worried if there is some negative article coming from Investor Place. It's most likely nonsense, and just be sure that you've done your due diligence, because this is something what nobody can take you. Your own time, your own due diligence is the most valuable thing. Now let's move to the HCMC. As we know, this company has exploded because of the upcoming lawsuit with Philip Morris. If you aren't aware of it, Healthier Choices Management, also known as HCMC, filed patent infringement lawsuit against Philip Morris almost over 3 months ago in 30th of November 2020. Philip Morris is using their vape product or their vape patents, and they're making really sick money with it, and their latest quarter results just proved it. They made really a ton of money because of HCMC patent, and you know, it's going to the court and I'm quite sure they will win. But let's read this article from a lawyer himself. Not that he's giving financial advice, but it would be good to point out that people keep asking me about the date, and the date is February 26th is the date the answer is due. That's when Philip Morris would file a counterclaim, third-party claim, etc. They could also file something to dismiss the whole thing. The chances of them settling between now and then are slim to none. The chances of a jury trial within a year are slim to none, due to the backlog incurred from Rona. If we scroll down, we can see that the PM product IQOS is being sued by another company for patent infringement, but just for different component within the product. PM are losing this one, it's more advanced than the HCMC one. So we can see that there's actually another company which is suing PM Philip Morris because they are also copying or stealing their patent, which is crazy. PM are very clearly infringing on HCMC own patents. I've checked through the public documents. I am not a lawyer, but it appears clear as day, as almost literally copying. He's right, you can find it, you can look it up online, it's free, it's public, and it's really solid evidence. And Cozen O'Connor, they are a law firm that have taken up this case for HCMC. And if we look at Cozen O'Connor, they have revenue of $500 million from 2018. It's founded 50 years ago. If you look at their website, they're winning approval for a multi-billion-dollar utilities transaction. They have over 775 attorneys. Cozen O'Connor named Law Firm of the Year by the Legal Intelligencer. So, you know, they're really something you don't want to mess with, and they have really good name, really good background, and I don't really think PM is getting out of this one. Sooner or later, even if the court will get postponed or the day of the lawsuit, you know, there is no way from PM to run away from it, so most likely they will have to pay out these companies for infringement, their patents, and everyone will get a lot of cash, and PM will have to pay out a lot of cash. But it's good for you people who invested into HCMC and are waiting for the court to happen, because oh boy, it looks like HCMC has this one in the pocket. Now let's move to the Single Point Incorporated, which already shot up quite well, almost 40% on Friday. And what I totally forgot to mention in all of my previous videos is that on January 7th, Single Point announced capital restructuring and spin-off of non-core asset 1606 Corporation to all shareholders. So what does it mean is that there will be creation of 2 independent companies with 1606 spin-off, including a 1-for-1 dividend share issuance for shareholders. And there would be a reverse split of 1-for-75 of current common stock. And because they want to continue to execute on strategy toward listing on a national exchange. If we look into their SEC filings, here is more in detail, so let me just read what I highlighted. The reverse split will become effective the date, which shall be as soon as practicable after the expiration of 20 days after the information statement is sent to the stockholders and notification to and approval by FINRA of the same. Well, right now we are waiting for FINRA, but as soon as FINRA will approve it, there will be 1-to-75 stock split. And why is it going to happen? I mean, reverse stock split. This reverse stock split is going to happen because the primary purpose for effecting the reverse split would be to increase the per share price of our common stock. Therefore, they seriously want to get above the $1 mark. And this is really the easiest way, just do the reverse stock split, which is not really it's not that bad. It's really not that bad at all. If you have a look, it's still really small market capitalization, $75 million, and they have unrestricted 2 billion shares. That's a lot. And if they divide it by 75, there's gonna be way less shares. It's going to be easier to move it up, and it will also boost up the price from, how much is it, $0.04, multiply it 75 times and you get slightly above $3. And from $3 there are going to be investment institutions, you know, flooding in. People from Wall Street will start noticing it and be like, aha, this energy solar company is looking really good, and they are really cheap price, and they are not a penny stock anymore. We can actually invest in it. And this is what I like to see. I'm not really against this reverse split. I've seen other companies do that, for example Green Power Motors, and then it resolved in really short-term pump and dump. I believe it went up dramatically and then it went down dramatically in really short term, but then after the weak hands got out, the company started to prosper and it's now worth well more than I don't know, few dollars as it was before the reverse stock split. So that's my take on that and information from the SEC filing about Sync. Now let's move to the AXXA Group, ticker symbol AXXA. I've made a video about this just today and I totally forgot to include very key information, so I apologize and I have to include it here. It's half a year old information, but it's still relevant because AXXA Group added new high value, high growth fintech acquisition. Their product on track to generate over $100 million in yearly transactions by 2022. $100 million is a lot in 24 months. So still we have 21. So one and a half year there will be coming a lot of money. Keep in mind that this company has a really small market cap, one of the smallest one I've ever seen. It's $16.6 million. And right now they have $15 million in revenue for half a year, so their market cap is their whole revenue. Can you just imagine that? That's huge. And after the quarter results will come out with a new quarter, new revenues, more money for the company being publicly available, the information, I think it's just going to pump the stock price. It's quite natural, right? And we now here have this information, which is quite old, but maybe people just don't realize it or didn't find it, don't know about it. We can see that this is just guaranteed money. So I see this as a really important information, really great addition and quite a detail. I forgot to include it and I apologize. So, and last but not least, we have Hyliion, ticker symbol HYLN. If you are an OG member of the channel, you know I'm invested in Hyliion. It's one of my biggest investments, actually the biggest one, and it's been going down and down and down. And what I found really curious is when I checked the Hyliion's events and presentations, I just wanted to check if there are any news, some, I don't know, some financials or SEC filing, something interesting. But I found out in their events calendar that here on the 10th of February, it's Goldman Sachs Technology and Internet Conference 2021. And if you remember, they recently got a real big hate from Goldman Sachs. One of their analysts said that Hyliion is worth like $12 or something like that, just like ridiculous downgrade, and now they'll be part of their conference. So this is kind of weird, it's kind of sketchy. So I just assumed that Goldman Sachs wanted to beat down the price as low as possible so they can load up the shares, then put them onto spotlight on their internet conference, probably have some information that Mr. Hyliion will tell us something very exciting and the stock price will start skyrocketing. We shall see, but it's real, it's all sketchy, and I think I've seen this somewhere with some other company, I can't remember the name. It was really same scenario, where Goldman Sachs said some really bad things about the current company, they loaded up the boat, and then the price skyrocketed, and then they made a really big amount of money. I hope I brought you some value. If I did, definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any new upcoming videos. And smash that like button for me and YouTube algorithm so we can get this video out to more people, get more people onto the channel and build a better investing community. Also let me know down in the comments below if you've known about all of this or if there's something I should know or include in my next upcoming videos. I'm replying to all of my comments as soon as I can. All of the companies I included in this update list are on my channel. Just look in my videos and there it will pop up to you, my latest videos, information about the companies, and with this video it should be all completed. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you in another video.